Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. I'm Wahid Ahmad, a member of One Robotic team and your instructor for HTML5 course. In this course, I will teach you HTML5 from the very basic to advanced level. And this is going to be the first video of our HTML5 course. It would be an introduction to HTML5. Now we will understand what is HTML. HTML has a full form. It stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Um, it has two parts, okay? Hypertext and then markup. Hypertext means when you see something, search something on the internet, on a specific website, when you click on something, you go from one part to another part of a website, or maybe from one website to another website. That is the hypertext part. With HTML we create links that help us to move from one part to another part, or maybe from one website to another website. The markup part is when you search something on the internet on a specific website, there would always be some text like this, or maybe table or some other data. That is markup. And language means language. HTML was first introduced in 1991, and the first version was HTML2, then it was HTML3, then 4, and the recent updated version is HTML5. We have some recent and beautiful features in HTML5 that we will discuss in upcoming videos that weren't there in other HTML version. So the new updated version is HTML5. Every browser support this version. HTML is used to create and design the structure of a website and the internet. We use HTML to create the structure of a website and the human body. If we look at the skeleton or bones, that is HTML. With the help of HTML, we create the skeleton and the structure of a website. Then there comes the skin and tissues of the human body, then the soul and veins, blood that we for the same thing on a website. We use style and functionality that we do with CSS and JavaScript that we will learn in the future courses. uh, HTML uses tags to describe the structure of a web page. We use tags and HTML to describe the structure of a web page. And one more thing, just keep in mind the most common mistake people make. Um, HTML is not a programming language, okay? It is a markup language. You cannot call HTML a programming language. It is a markup language. So we use tags for HTML to describe or maybe design the structure of a web page. Now we will understand what are HTML tags. HTML has tags to design the structure of a web page, okay? All HTML tags come in pairs, except some of tags. We will discuss all the tags in the upcoming videos. Just stay with us. All the HTML tags are in pairs, okay? It has an opening tag like this. This is opening tag, then a closing tag. How do we write the tag? How do we create a tag? We use the less than sign, then the tag name like this HTML, then the greater than sign. We have many tags in HTML. This is just one example. For the closing tag, we use the less than sign, then the forward slash, the tag name, and then the greater than sign. HTML tags are like container, okay? We put something inside the container, and it is the same. We put some information inside these two tags, and the browser will display these information on our website. So it is like a container. We put information inside the closing and the opening and the closing tag. So this would be the introduction to HTML. Now I will tell you what text editor I will be using for this course in HTML5. I'm using Sublime Text Editor. This is Sublime Text Editor is beautiful and easy to use. There are many text editor on the internet that you can use for HTML5, but Sublime Text Editor is easy and free. Just search a Sublime Text Editor free download on Google and go to the official website of Sublime Text Editor, and then download the specific version for your computer. If you are using Mac, Apple, just download the Mac version. If you're using Windows and Linux, just download the Windows and Linux version. I have already downloaded it here. This is the Sublime Text Editor, so just keep it downloaded with you on your computer for the upcoming videos, because in the next video we will start coding in HTML5. We will write codes, we will write tags, okay? And I will be writing all of them in Sublime Text Editor. This is the second video of our HTML5 course. In this, we will discuss the syntax and main tags of HTML5. which are important and compulsory for every page, every website, and every code you write. In the previous video, we had an introduction to HTML5 in which I told you to download Sublime Text Editor with you because I will be using Sublime Text Editor in this course because it is easy to use for HTML5. Now, the first thing is you have to do to write HTML5 code, just save the file before you write it, okay? Control plus S, I will save it on the desktop, give it a file name, index, I will give a random name index. Now this is imported, okay? The extension dot HTML. This is imported, okay? You have to write this. If you don't write this, then it is not an HTML5 file and the browser will not understand it, okay? Just save it now with the .html extension. Here it appeared that it is an HTML file. Now write the first tag that we have to write in every code, in every page. First write the opening tag, then the closing tag. This is why I like Sublime Text Editor. It is beautiful and it colors the text which looks beautiful and easy to understand. Now I will write the head tag. I will tell you why do we use it, okay? Opening tag and closing tag. The information inside the head tag will not appear here on this page. It just tells the browser the metadata about our file, about our website. Then uh, another tag is title tag, okay? The title tags that is compulsory. Here you have to write your website, a page name. I will write page title. This information will appear here on the tab on the browser, okay? I will just save it, Control plus S. Before running a code, every time you hit to save it with Control plus S. So the changes are saved. I will go to the browser. I will show you the code, okay? This is the index.html. Now, can you see it? The page title. This is the information that we put inside the title tag, okay? It will not appear in this area, okay? Now we will write other tags that will appear for user outside the head now, okay? The title tag you have to put inside the head, and now I'm writing the body tag, okay? Body opening tag, and then just close it with the closing tag. All the information that you want in this area for user, you have to put it inside the body tag, okay? The body tag is very important. You have to write information here for user to appear, to for user to study something, okay? Inside the body we put tables, paragraphs, headings, and all the links, everything, okay, that we will learn in our future lessons. I will just write um, one tag for you to understand the body tag. That is the p tag, that is paragraph, okay? I will teach you the paragraph tags and heading tags in upcoming video. Just write Avon robotic team, okay? Save it, Control plus S. uh, Now come to the browser, just update your browser, refresh it. Here it comes upon robotic team, okay? Whatever information you put inside the body tag will appear for use inside the body tag. Whatever information you put, it will appear for user in this area, okay? And this area. And whatever information you put inside the head tag will appear here and will tell the browser about the metadata of our website, okay? Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. This is the third video of our HTML5 course. In the previous two videos, we had an introduction to HTML5 and then we discussed the main tags and the syntax of HTML5. So if you have missed it, just watch our second video and first video. I have already saved the file as an index.html with an HTML extension .html that I have told you and the previous video, but I will tell you again. Just save it, save as save it on desktop or whatever folder you want. I will save it on desktop. Now the name is index for this file that I have given. I will put the .html extension. Okay, this is important. If you don't write this extension, the browser will not understand that it is an HTML file. Save it. Okay, I've already saved it, so it was just for you. Now I will write the main tag that we write in every code I have told you in the previous video. Then the head tag, we have discussed this in our previous video. Now the title tag, title. Opening and closing tag for every tag is important, except some of tags that I will tell you in upcoming video. Only 2 or 3 tags don't need a closing tag, but except those tags, you have to write a closing and opening tag for every tag. Okay, page title, it will appear on the tab. Okay, now whatever information you want to appear for user, you have to write inside the body tag. All the information should be right inside the body tag for users. Now HTML has paragraphs and headings tags. Like how do we write paragraphs in HTML5 code for a website, or maybe how do we write a heading for a website? Okay, that we can do it with HTML, but HTML has specific tags for those. The first one is heading. Okay, HTML has 6 level of headings from H1 to H6. I will write the opening and closing tag. Okay, this is the first heading. I will give it a name, heading 1. This is the first level of HTML heading. It has 6 levels. After that, we have H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. And why do we have 6 headings, 6 levels? It is because the size of each one is bigger as compared to H2, then H2 is bigger as compared to H3, H3 is bigger, and H4, H5, H6 is the smallest one. So you can write it for the specific size you want, the heading you want in a bigger size. If you want the heading, then you can write H1, and the heading if you want in a less bigger size, then H2, H3, H4, H5. Okay, I will just save it, Control plus S. Then I will go to the our code, that is the index.html. Here you can see it, heading 1. Okay, and the page title part is here. Okay, you can see the page title and the title tag here. Okay, I will show you this part. Okay, page title, you can see it here. Now we will see the other levels too. H2. Okay, this is H2. Now I will write H3, the third level, heading 3. I will give this information, heading 2, save it, and now come to the browser. Before you save new codes, just refresh the browser, so the browser will be updated. Now can you see it? The heading 1 is bigger, then heading 2 is less bigger as compared to heading 1. Now heading 3 is less bigger as compared to 1 and 2. These are the 3 levels. Now let's see the other 4 levels too. Okay, H4, H5, H6. Okay, heading 4, heading 5, heading 6. Okay, save it, come to browser, refresh it. Now can you see it, the level, the from 1 to 6, this is the heading levels of HTML. We have 6 levels. Okay, now let's see the paragraph tag. Okay, I will delete all of these. Not just like wait a minute. I will show first paragraph, then we will delete these. Okay. For the paragraph, we write the p tag. Okay, p tag is for paragraph tag. Okay, it has only one level. It doesn't have six levels or three level. Just like a heading. Okay, I've I've text sample. I will copy it. Control plus C. Because I cannot write tags, text and all. Okay, this is the copy text. Okay, I will copy the same here. Okay, now save it. Okay, refresh the browser. Now can you see it? It has only one level. That is paragraph, that is heading. So first you have to put a paragraph for the information, then you can write information, other details inside the paragraph tag. Okay, now let's come to our code and make it look a little bit simple. I will delete the other headings and we'll leave only two, three. Okay, the first heading is very bigger, so I will use a normal one. Okay, I will start from 2, heading 2. I will change it to heading 3, and this also to heading 3. Save it. Now you can see it, the one heading 1 was bigger for me, so I changed it. Okay, now can you see it? This is why it has a different level of headings. If you want the first one, the big heading, the main heading, uh, so be it with h2, and then if you want the other headings with this just like subheadings, then you can put it inside the h3 heading. Okay, so this is the for the third video, uh, and for the upcoming video we'll discuss more topics. And before closing the browser, closing YouTube, just subscribe our channel of One Robotic Team and press the bell icon so you won't miss any update, and wait for our next video in which we will discuss more HTML topics. And please practice these things so you will understand better. If you don't practice, you will not learn. In this video, we will discuss HTML comments, beer tag, and HR tag. In the previous videos, we did other topics. We discussed syntax, HTML headings, level of headings, paragraphs. This exercise we did in our third video. If you have missed it, please go and watch it. In this video, we are going to discuss comments, beer tag, and HR tag. So the first thing we will discuss as HTML comments. So what are comments and why do we need comments? The first thing we have to understand. Okay, uh, comments in programming and computer science and programming languages can be used for yourself, for you to explain your code. So after some time, if you look at your code, you would understand why did you write that code, and and why would you do that. Just for a better understanding, or maybe if you don't need a specific code at sometimes, just comment it so the code editor, the text editor will not run it. And like just like in the Sublime text editor, it will not run it. It will not be displayed for user. The comments are just for yourself. It will not be displayed for user, so you can use it to explain your code. Okay, how we can write HTML5 comments? Just put the less than sign, then exclamation mark, and then two hyphens. Then you can write comment, then again two hyphens to close it. If you can see it, all the other things got wide because uh, they are included in the comment now, because we haven't closed the comment. Okay, just again two hyphens to close the comment and greater than sign. Okay, now can you see it? All other things are normal now, and the comment section is white. Just the this how the Sublime text editor will do it for you. And this thing will not be displayed for user. Okay, just save it. Go to the file that we have saved already, index.html. Okay, now can you see it? Nothing is here. Okay, nothing is here. Okay, uh, we uh, Before the heading 2 h2 we put it, but now we don't see it, okay, because it is just for you, it will not be displayed for user. Now again, I will just paste some things here. uh, that's the so it will be for us to understand. Okay, now you can see it, okay. I will save it and again refresh it. Nothing here because it will not be displayed for user. They're just for ourselves, okay. Now another thing, the beer tag, okay. As I've told you, we have some tags without a closing tag. They're called empty tags, and beer and hr tags are some of them, okay. We don't have a closing tag for that. Except these tags, all other tags have a closing tag and an opening tag. They come in pair, okay. So why do we need a line break, a beer tag? The beer tag, it's called a line break tag, okay. When you do need a line break, or maybe to break a paragraph into two, it doesn't work in html, okay. Like if I do it like this, I want this on new line in normal word or any other text editor without html, we can do it like here, or maybe writing an email, it will work, okay. But in html it will not work. I'm just saving it. Can you see it? I broke the lines to break the paragraph into a new one, okay. And I have saved it, control plus s, always save, okay. Now refresh the browser, okay. Nothing here, see. No line break here because it doesn't work like that in html5. So if you need a line break in html5, you have to use the beer tag, okay. I will just do that. Okay, so now if I need to break this paragraph into another paragraph, I need a line break, okay, a beer tag. See, I don't need a closing tag for that, okay. It's an empty tag, we don't have to put anything inside that, okay. Now I will save it. Now can you see it? It worked. uh, I put it after here. Now can you see it? It worked. I will put some more for you to better understand the concept, okay. One more here, I will put 4. Now save it, okay. I saved it, refresh the browser. Can you see it? It's working, okay. It's working, but without the beer tag it will not work, okay. So this is the beer tag. Now what else in this video? It is the hr tag, horizontal line. If I want a line after that, okay, after this heading 1 paragraph, okay, heading 1 paragraph, okay, if I want a line here to make a section of these two paragraphs, how can I do that in html? I can do that with the hr tag. Hr tag is horizontal line, okay. It is also an empty tag, it doesn't need a closing tag, okay, because we don't have to put anything inside that. Just save it and again refresh it. Can you see it? I got a line here, a new section. This is how you can put a horizontal line html. Again I will put one more. So if you want 2 lines, 2 sections, see, it's working, okay. I got 2 lines here. If you want another section, I will put one more here for you to better understand. Just save it. Always save before running to the browser, okay. Save, control plus s, refresh it. Can you see it? I got another section, okay, another section. If I just cancel it, see, the line disappears, okay. So if you need another section, a horizontal line, just do it with the hr tag. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. This is video number 5, tutorial number 5 of the HTML5 course. In this video, we will discuss HTML lists. HTML has 3 type of lists to specify information on a web page, okay. We have 3 type of lists that we can have on the HTML5, and now we will discuss what are those types and how we can write them, okay. The first one is ordered list. If you want the data to be in some order form, some order fashion like numbers, alphabets, etc., we can have ordered list for that. But by default, all the ordered lists can be marked as numbers by the HTML5. But if you want to change it to alphabets or Romans, we can do it using CSS that we will learn in future. We can write order list by using HTML tags. OL as the main tag. OL can be used for order list, and then li can be used for the list item. Okay, we use OL for order list and li for the list item. Okay, the main tag should would be OL and then li to put the list items that I will show you in the Sublime Text Editor. The second one is on order list. Okay, on order lists are marked as bullet points. We can write an on order list by using HTML tags ul. Okay, if you want the list items to be in some unordered fashion like bullet uh, points or maybe any other symbol that we can have with the help of unordered list. But how we can write on order list in HTML5? Okay, with that we have to use the ul tag. Ul u stands for unordered and l for list. Okay, and then we have li tag for the list item. The main tag would be ul, and after that we would have the li tag. Example of unordered list can be like that. Okay, you can see that item 1, 2, 3 with the bullet points. And the fourth one, the third one is definition list. Definition list can be some less like you want a definition of something, you want to write a definition of a topic or maybe something, then you can use definition list. Okay, for definition tag, we use the dl tag for definition list, and then the dt in dd tags. The dl defines the start of the list. Okay, the main tag is, I told you, definition list. Dl dt defines a term, data term, definition term, and the dd defines the definition description. Okay, now you can see it here. The example of the definition list can be that. Okay, now let's come to the Sublime Text Editor. Just save the file first with an HTML extension, HTML file. I will save it on desktop, list.html. Okay, save it. Now what are the first things that we have to do, as we have discussed in the video number 2. If you missed it, just watch it. Okay, the main tags, the main tag, first one is HTML5, HTML, and then why we do that and how we do that, I have discussed that in video number 2. Now the title of inside the head tag, we have to write the title tag. Page title. Okay, I will give it a name, the website name, it would be the website name. But now all other information should be inside the body tag. I have discussed that too. Now let's come here, some space. Now you to write the list, the first one was order list. Okay, for that we have to do ol tag. Okay, order list. Okay, that is the would be the main tag. Now I want some other things inside that. I will give a heading here, just to put some information. Of want robotic team, a heading, so we will have a good proper list. Now as I got the ol tag for the order list, then I will have li tag. I will have 3 li tag. I will just copy and paste, Control plus C, and then paste, paste, paste. Okay, I will give number 1 robots, CNC machines, drones, programming, courses, etc. Now save it. Now come to the file that we saved, that is on the list. Come to the list. Can you see it now? On order list, okay? Order list with the number fashion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the order list. Okay, one about 18 was the heading. Now the list is robots, CNC machine, drones, programming, courses, etc. Now if we want another list, the UL tag OL on order list. Okay, on order list, for that we have UL tag. Just close the tag first. Now uh, here I will have another H3 heading. That websites, web development. Okay, now I will close that. Li, copy for the list item. Okay, we use Li for the list item 3. Okay, for web development we have HTML, CSS, and then JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript. Just save it. Okay, save it. Now come to the browser, refresh it. Now this is on ordered list. Okay, with the bullet point. Okay, bullet point. Can you see it now? This is on ordered list and this is ordered list. The third one was the definition list. It was the definition list. Okay, DL, DT, and DD we use for that. Okay, for that I will write and give another heading H3 HTML HTML5 definition. Okay, HTML5 definition list. Okay, now for definition list, the first tag is DL definition list, and then we have to close it, and then we will use the DT and DD term. Okay, don't forget the tags. You have to remember the tags. Okay, DT and then DD. Okay, just write HTML and here hypertext markup language that can be used for creating structure of a web page. Just save it now, come to the browser and refresh it. Can you see it now? This is the definition list. That is the term, the definition of a term that we want, and this is the definition. Okay, so these are the the three lists of HTML5. Number 1 is order list, number 2 is unordered list, number 3 is definition list. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. I'm Wahid Ahmad. This is tutorial number 6, video number 6 of our HTML5 course. In the previous video, we discussed HTML5 lists, the three type of lists that we have: ordered list, unordered list, and definition list. If you have missed that, please go and watch tutorial number 5. In this video, we will discuss nested lists. Now, what is a nested list in HTML5? This is how we can put one list inside another list. If you want to put an order list inside another unordered list, or maybe unordered list inside another ordered list. Okay, in this video we will discuss that. That was the code that we did in video number 5, and the result of this code was this. Okay, the first one was order list, and the second one was on order list, and then definition list. Now we will try how we can merge these two lists, maybe this one with this or this one with this. Okay, so I will write a code here. The first one I will write here. I will give first a heading h3. I will close this tag. Whenever you write a code or write a tag, just write the closing and opening tag before you start the coding. Okay, so you won't forget it. You will get the full result properly. I want robotic team projects. I will just give a random heading. Just save it. Now I will put an order list. Okay, I'm putting on order list inside another order list. Okay, list item, 3 list item I will give. I will just copy these, copy, paste, paste. Okay, robots, programming courses, courses. I forgot the spellings. And now machines. Okay, but if I want to spare these machines, okay, if I want some more items inside the machine, I want to have a sub list. Whatever machines do we have? For that, I want to use another list. Okay, so I will just go down inside the same list, the same list that you wrote. Inside this list, just put another unordered list. Okay, ul for unordered list. Now I've already copied the list item 1 and 3. Okay, I will give CNC machines, 3D printers, fruits dryer machine, etc. Just save it. Now come to the browser and refresh this one. Can you see it now? The first one is order list 1, 2, 3, and inside the order list we put another on order list. Now you can see the result, that is a sub list of the third number item. Okay, this is how you can merge two lists in HTML5. I will put just one more list item here, so it would be easy for you to understand. Arduino projects. Just save it. Now come here and refresh this. Now can you see it? This is the proper. Okay, for the third item I wanted to have more items, a sub list. Now you can see that how we can do that with HTML5. Like this, you can have many lists inside another list. Okay, if you want to put on order list inside another order list, this is how you can do it. And if you want order list inside another on order list with the same pattern, you can do that too with HTML5. This is useful, so you should practice it. uh, always when you watch a video, when you learn something, please practice it. If you don't practice, you won't understand, you won't be able to do it in your exams and your projects. So practice makes you perfect. Always practice, and do subscribe our channel of Robotic Team and press the bell icon so you won't miss any update. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. I'm Mohid Ahmad. This is tutorial number 7 of our HTML5 course. And this tutorial we will discuss HTML5 tables. Now let's understand what are HTML5 tables. An HTML table is an arrangement of data in rows and columns in tabular format. Tables are useful for various tasks such as presenting text information and numerical data. A table is a useful tool for quickly and easily finding connections between different types of data. Tables are also used to create databases. Tables are very important in HTML5. You would need tables for various tasks, such as databases, arranging data, and numerical data. So you should be able to write HTML5 table. You should learn it and you should practice it. Okay. Now, what are the tags that we use for HTML5 tables? Table is the main tag that you have to use for every table. Uh, all other tags should be used inside this tag. The other tag, the second tag is tr tag that represents table row, T for table, R for row, within HTML table containing individual cells. Th represent a table heading, that is another tag, show a table header cell that typically holds title or headings. If you want to have a heading for your table row or table, you would need to use th tag. The other tag is td, represent table data in which we can store data. The last tag is caption. Provide a caption for the entire table. Now let's come to the Sublime Text Editor. We will do the practical work. We will write code for a table, how we can write that in HTML5. Now first save it. Just save the file. As I have told you, I will give it a name, table.html extension. It should be an HTML file. Now the first tags that we have to write for every table, head. You should be able to write these by now because I have told you this many times. I will give it a title, HTML5 tables. And why do we need a title tag? I have told you that. Now the main tag, body. Okay, these are the tags that we need for an HTML5 code. Now let's start with tables. The first tag that I told you should be table, main tag. Now what is the second tag that we have to use is table row? How many rows do you want in your table? That depends on you, but I would have uh, 3 rows. Okay, I'll just copy that and paste and paste. This is the first row, second, third row. I want headings in the first row, so I will give a th heading tag. Now another th closing tag, copy. I want 3 cells, so I will have 3 headings. You can have as many as you want. Okay. Again, here I will give the first heading. It would be first name, last name, age. I just want to create a small database for to store data. Here I want data. Okay. For data we use td tag. TD represents table data. Got it? TD. We have 3 rows, 3 cells in the first row, so we need 3 TD elements. In the second row, we need 3 TD tags. Okay, what will be the first name? Uh, Muhammad. This is the first name. Now the last name should be
Ali. Just save it, okay? Uh, I want it. Other data, you have to look at the table first so you would understand better. I will go to the file that I have saved. Table, come to the browser. See, this is the table, okay? But I don't have edge here, so because we haven't stored data for the edge. Now, Sublime text editor, right? 40. Mm, I will give name, bar, last name, Khan, age 25. Just save it. Now refresh the browser. Now can you see it? First name Muhammad, last name Ali, age 40, Ibrar Khan, age 25. This is how you can store data in a table, okay? This is how a simple table looks in HTML5. In the upcoming video, we will have another video on HTML5 tables. I will tell you how we can have borders for our table, how we can change the background color for the table, how we can have a caption for the table. By default, we don't have uh, borders and background color for the table, but if you want to have borders for the table or maybe background color, you can do it with HTML5 tables, and I will show you that in the next video. Before leaving the YouTube, please subscribe our channel, Avant Robotic Team, and do press the bell icon so you won't miss any update. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. I'm Wahid Ahmed. This is tutorial number 8, video number 8 of our HTML5 course. In the previous tutorial, we learned about HTML tables, the main tags, how we can create a table, and how we can put data inside the table, how we can create table cells, heading, and table rows. We did this code for that video. The result you can see here. That was the result of this code. But in this tutorial, we will learn how we can have table borders, table background, because by default you won't have any borders, and the background color by default it's white. So if you want borders and a background color, you can do it in HTML5, but you have to add some attributes to the table tag. Uh, for this, I will add one more table row, so the table will look bigger. TD, close the tag, another TD. TD stands for table data. We have discussed that in the previous video. One more. Okay, I will put the information here. Jason, first name, Jordan, second name, and the age would be 30. Save it. Come to the browser, refresh it, and now you can see it. I added another information. Now I want to change the background color and add borders to our HTML5 table. How we can do that? We can do that with some attributes. What are attributes? I will explain that. Attributes would be inside a tag, and for this we will add attribute to the table tag, and for the border, the attribute name is border. This is how you can write attribute. The attribute's name, equal sign, and then semicolon. By default, the value is nothing. So if you want to add borders, you have to give a numeric value. I will give 1, and the 1 is pixel. Okay. By default, the value is pixel. Now I will save it. Just refresh it. Okay. Now can you see the border? It is just looking beautiful now with the border attribute. What is the 1 value? What does it mean? Now can you see the border thickness is very thin? This is because the pixel is 1. So the pixel is for the thickness of the border. If I want to have a thick border, I will give the value 5. Refresh it. Now can you see it? The borders are thick now. If I want to have more bigger borders, you can give any value, save it, refresh it. Now can you see it? You can give any value, okay, but it will not look beautiful, so I will try. Can you see it now? It had become more thick, uh, but I will give to. Now can you see it? So with the help of the border attribute, you can give borders to the HTML5 tables. It will look even more beautiful and more proper fashion. Oh, I've given the wrong spellings here. I just noticed. Okay, two now. Okay. Now the background color is white by default. So if you want to change the background color, you can do that, but with the help of another attribute that is bg color. Just remember the attribute, and the value would be color name or color value. If I want to have a yellow background, I will give the value yellow. Save it. Come here, refresh it. Now can you see it? The background color is yellow now. We changed the background color with the help of the bg color attribute. Now if I want to have a blue background, just refresh it. Can you see it is blue now? You can give any name, any value of the color, it will work, but it should be correct. I'm giving pink. Now it will work for pink too. Red. Save it. It is working for that too. So that is that for this video. In the upcoming video we will learn about HTML forms, links, and other things that we can do in HTML5. So for further videos, please subscribe to our channel, Avan Robotic Team, and press the bell icon so you won't miss any update. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. I'm Wahid Ahmad. This is tutorial number 9 of our HTML5 course. In this tutorial, we will discuss how we can have images in HTML5, how we can have images in your website, how you can display them on the browser with the help of HTML5 code. I will tell you what text do we need to use for HTML5 images, and what else you can do with the image in HTML5. So the main tag would be img. Just remember the tags are important to remember. uh, img tag. After img tag, we will have the src attribute. This is an attribute. It will have a value. I will tell you what value do we need to give to the src attribute. So this is the main tag. Now I've already saved it on desktop as images.html file. Just save it. Come to the desktop. I will show you. Here I have created a folder on the desktop. It is images. Inside the folder I have a photo, I have an image, and just before writing the code, you should be able to know what type of image do you have, what is the format of your image. Here when you put the cursor here, you would see it, item type jpeg file. So that is important, okay. If it is jpeg, or whatever it is, whatever the format it is, you should be able to see it, okay. Now come to the Sublime Text Editor again. Sublime Text Editor. Now here, what is the folder name? It was images. Now in the src it is source, okay. In this we will write the destination of the file location, the destination of our image, the destination of our file that we have on your computer. Okay, we have the file and desktop, so you don't have to write desktop because the default it is desktop, okay. Now backslash, what was the image name? Images is the folder, because it is on desktop, so we don't have to write desktop, just write images backslash. What was the file name? I will show you again. You can see it, the file name is html. What was the format? jpeg. That is important, okay. If you write jpg, a wrong format, it will not work. The file was jpeg, so I wrote that, and now save it. come to desktop, images.html. Now can you see it? That was the image. That was the image. Now it worked. uh, in case you wrote the wrong format, for example jpg, I will save it and refresh it. Look at, it's not working, it's not working. The format should be correct. Okay, it should be correct. Okay, okay, it's working now. What other attributes can we have inside the image tag? The next one is alternative. Alt stands for alternative. What is the alt attribute? The alt attribute is the alternative text that you can have for your image in case the internet doesn't work. The photo, the image you have will not load because of the internet. So there would be a text. It will appear for the user, so he would know. He would have an idea what is the image about. Okay, I will just give a name, a simple explanation for the image. HTML5 image. Just save it. Save it. Now come to the browser, refresh it. You will not see it because now the file is loading. In case if you want to change it, I will do this. Now can you see it? I changed the format, so the image didn't load. Now the text is here, HTML5 image. So even if the internet doesn't work for the user, he would know what is the image about. Now I know the image is about HTML5. So this is how the alternative works. Save it, refresh it. Now it's not here. It will work only when the image don't load. Okay, what other attribute can we have? The other one is um, title, image title. Title, I will give HTML5 image practice. Image practice, save it. Just refresh it. Now can you see it? When the title attribute works, it works when the cursor is on the image. Okay, you don't have to click on it. When the cursor is on the image, HTML5 image practice. I will show you. I will change it. HTML5 image practice on cursor. Okay, save it. Refresh it. Now can you see it? HTML5 image practice on cursor. Okay, this is how it works. It is important for you when you don't want to write some explanation here for the user, so you can write some explanation here, some tips here for the image. When the user puts the cursor here, he will see the information, the whatever explanation you gave. Okay, this is how it works. This is enough for this video. In the upcoming video, we will know what else we can do with image, how we can change the size of the image, and how we can change the alignment of the image. By default, it's on the left side, how you can have it on the right, and other alignments. Okay, thank you so much for other videos, for other courses. Subscribe to our channel, One Robotic Team, and press the bell icon so you won't miss any update. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. I'm Mohid Ahmed. This is tutorial number 10th, video number 10th of our HTML5 course. In tutorial number 9, we discussed HTML5 images. That is how we can upload images in HTML5 websites, how we can add images to our website with the help of HTML5. And we did this code, this exercise in tutorial number 9th. And the result of this code was this one. You can see the image that we uploaded from a folder that was in our desktop. But in this tutorial, we will discuss what else we can do with images in HTML5. That is how we can change the alignment of the image, because by default the image is on the left side. If you want the image on the right side, here you can do that in HTML5. and by default the size would be the default size of the image, that is this one. But if you want to change the size, make it smaller or bigger, you can do that too in HTML5. And by default we don't have borders to our image, but if you want to add borders to the image, that you can do too in HTML5 with another attribute that I will show you now. So if you want to change the size, we have two attributes for that. One is width and the other one is height. Okay, the width attribute will need a value that would be a numeric value that represent pixel. I will give 400 pixel, save it, and now refresh it. Can you see the width has changed? For height, we have height attribute the same. It will need a pixel numeric value. I will give 300, save it. Now just refresh it. Can you see the size has changed? You can give any value. For example, I will give 600. You can see now the image has become even more bigger. But I will make it 250 and 200. Save it. Now can you see it? I will make it 300 and this one 280. It's good now. And now to change the alignment, it's on the left side by default. We have another attribute, align. We'll give value right, save it. Now just refresh it. Can you see the alignment has changed? It's on the right side now, but by default it was on the left side. You can also give left value too, that is the default value, but you can give it. Just save it, refresh the file. It's on the left side. So now the last thing, if you want to change the borders, you want to add borders to the image. By default we don't have any border. You can give that too with the help of border attribute, and it will need a pixel numeric value. I will give 10 pixel, save it, refresh it. Now can you see the black borders here? The image is in dark color, so the borders are not visible properly. If you add a bright and white color other image, you will see the borders properly. You can give any size. I will give 40 for you to make visible changes. Refresh it. Can you see thicker borders, bigger borders? They don't look beautiful, but I did it for you. I will give another one, 5. Now you have beautiful borders, small borders, thin borders. So this is it for images and HTML5. For further videos, please subscribe to our channel, Avant Robotic Team, and press the bell icon so you won't miss any update. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. I'm with Ahmad. This is tutorial number 11th, video number 11th of our HTML5 course. And tutorials number 9th and 10th, we discuss images in HTML5. And in this tutorial, we will discuss HTML5 audio elements. That is how you can add audio clips to your websites and how you can do that with the help of HTML5. So before doing this, I will give a heading. And I already saved the file is on audio.html file with all the tags in it. So you have to write all the tags on yourself because I've already told you how to do that and why we do that. Audio demo and HTML5. Save it. I will come to browser and run the code. Okay. See, it's working now. Okay, it's working. Now, how you can add the audio clip to your site? For that, we have a special HTML5 tag that is audio. You have to write the audio tag first. Inside the audio tag, you have to write another tag, source. Inside the source, we have two attributes, src, that is source, and type. I will just tell you why do we use these two attributes, but before that, I will show you where I have stored the audio clip. Come to desktop. I have a folder on my desktop with the name of images. Inside the images, I have the audio clip demo with the name demo. The format is MP3 file. Before adding the audio clip, you should be able to know the audio format type and the file type. The length is 33 seconds, the audio. You can add any lengthy video, whatever size you want. I will play it for you. HTML or hypertext markup language is the standard markup language used to create web. This is the audio that I will be using in my code, okay? So the folder name is images on my desktop with the name demo, okay? So for that, it's on desktop. So here in the source, you have to write the file location, the destination of the file. It is on desktop, so just write images, the folder name first, then backslash, then the file name. The file name was demo.mp3 because the format was mp3. So you have to write this. If you don't write it, it will not work. It will not be displayed by the browser. In the type, you have to write what type of file you are using. We are using audio file and mp3 file. Just save it. Images was the folder name, then backslash, then demo is the file name. Inside the images folder, demo is the file name with the format mp3. So demo.mp3 type is audio file and mp3 file. Save it, but before running the code, you have to have one attribute inside the audio clip, the audio tag. Before that, without that, it will not work. So you have to write that attribute that I will show you. That is controls. So when you write this attribute, it will be displayed. Now, what controls do, I will show you that. Okay, save it, come to the browser, refresh it. Can you see it now? The audio clip is here, 33 second. What controls do, the attribute, it displays the audio with the proper buttons, the pause, the controls of the audio, that is the pause button, play button, the volume button, and there's playback speed. You can change the playback speed for your audio. That is normal, 0.75, 1.25, 1, and all the speeds. So you can play it. HTML or hypertext markup language is the standard markup. Did you see it? It's working now. But what else you can do with the audio and HTML5? Just refresh it. When you refresh it, the volume is on, and the audio clip will not be played again by the browser. It's on. It will be played only once. You can see it. An HTML element is a basic building block to create a web page, and it is created by a start tag, content, and end tag. See, it stopped. It will not repeat. But if you want it on loop, for the browser to repeat it again, it will be on loop. For that, you have to use another attribute that is loop. And as I told you, the speaker was on, the volume was on by default. But if you want the volume to be muted on default, so it will be helpful for you, for your users, so they will not be disturbed by the sound. If they want it, they want the sound, they will turn on the sound, but by default it will be muted. For that, you have to use another attribute, muted. So you have to use all the attribute inside the audio tag. Controls first, then loop, then mute it. Save it, just refresh it. You can see it now. The volume is muted. You can play it. It will not be played. It's working, but it will not be played because by default it was on, but I changed it to mute. Okay. Now I I showed you when the video finished, it was not on loop. The browser didn't repeat it, but now we will see what the loop uh, attribute does. Okay. HTML element is a basic building block to create a web page, and it is created by a start tag, content, and end tag. HTML or hypertext markup language. Did you see it? It's on loop now. The browser will repeat it again and again unless you stop it because we use the loop attribute. You can see it. I will change the playback speed. It's working too. These elements tell the browser about the content and formatting to display. An HTML element is a basic building block to create a web page, and it is created by a start tag, content, and end tag. HTML or hypertext markup language. See, it's working. It's on loop now. So this is how these attributes work. Controls, loop, and muted. Just refresh it. This is with the mute. This is with the control, and the loop will repeat it again and again. So this is it for the audio element in HTML5. But before that, please practice all the exercises that we do here inside our videos and practice more, do more with your code so you will be able to learn it properly. Without practice, you will not be able to do anything. Before leaving, subscribe our channel, Afghan Robotic Team, and press the bell icon so you will not miss any update. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to Avant Robotic Team HTML5 complete course. This is tutorial number 12 of our HTML5 course, in which we will discuss the video element of HTML5. That is how you can upload videos to your website from your computer and how you can display them on your website. For that, I will use the main tag, that is video. That is the HTML5 tag for the video element. Inside the video, you have to write a source attribute in which you have to give the path of the video, that is where you have stored the video. Okay, so as we have discussed before too, all the codes I have saved on the desktop inside the course folder, and inside the course folder I have another folder, images, in which I have the video that I'm going to upload. The video name is HTML video and the format is MP4. The format is important. Okay, now just a minute. Okay, here write the path, images backslash then the video name HTML video.mp4. okay, now save it. It will not work. I have told you in the previous tutorial too, but we will see again. See, nothing is here. Why? Because you have to write the one attribute controls compulsory. Okay, save it. Now refresh it. Now you can see it, the video is here, but it's in full width and height. What else we can do with this?
HTML attribute, or hypertext markup language, is the standard markup.
Can you see? This is the video that I uploaded. Okay, now for video we can change the width and height of the video that we have uploaded. I will change that. I will give 750 pixels height. I will give 500 pixels. Now save. See, now this is in proper width and height. Okay,
HTML or hypertext markup language is the standard markup language used to create web pages by using various.
Okay, this is the video that I have uploaded. Now refresh it. By default, it will not be played directly, automatically. That we can change, and the volume is on. So when I play it, the
HTML or
the volume is on by default. I can change that with the sample attribute that I have told in the previous tutorial too. That is muted. Now save it, refresh it. Okay, the volume is on. Now if I refresh, see, it's not on. The volume is not on anymore. It's muted by default because I changed it with the muted attribute. Now you can see there's no sound. So this is always a good practice to put your videos and audios on muted before uploading. Okay, what else we can do? That is autoplay. By default, it will be played automatically by the browser when I refresh it. See, it's automatically played. When you refresh it, it will be played automatically. Okay. Now, what else we can do? You can change the okay. Now you can put the video on loop. Okay. So when the video is finished, it will be on loop. It will be played again and again by the browser. Okay. Now save it, refresh it. Okay. Now, if I make it here, when the video is finished, it will be played again by the browser. See, it's playing again and again. Okay, you can see it. See, again on loop. By default, it will not be played again and again because it will be played only once, as we don't have the loop attribute. Once you write the loop attribute inside the video tag, it will be played again and again. Okay. So this is it for the video tag, the video element of HTML5. For further videos, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so you will not miss any updates. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. This is tutorial number 13 of our HTML5 course. In this tutorial, we will discuss HTML links. We have four parts of links in HTML5. Number one is linking to other pages on the same site. If you have a website and you want the user to move from one page to another page on the same site, you can do that with the help of HTML links. Number second is linking to other websites. And if you want the user to move from one website to another website, you can also do that with the help of HTML links. Number third is email link. If you want the user to send an email with the help of a simple link, that could be done with the help of HTML links. Number fourth and last is opening image as a link. If you have an image in your website, you want the user to open it with the help of a simple link, that you could also do with the help of HTML links. Now, what tags and attributes we will be using for links? The main tag is anchor tag, that is a tag, which we will use for links. Inside the anchor tag, we will use href attributes, target attribute, and title attribute inside the anchor tag. Okay. Now, why we use these attributes, I will show you in this tutorial, and we will begin with the first part. This is linking to other pages on the same site. Now, before starting, I have put all the codes inside a folder with the name codes on desktop. You can see it is on desktop, so you do that too. I put all the codes here, okay, and I have saved this file as links.html. It is here too, okay, and all other codes are here too, okay. Now let's start with our code. Just give a heading first, HTML tutorial. Save it. Come to the folder. Now run it. This is the file that we are working now. So now let's begin with the first part, that is linking to other pages on the same site. First, write the a tag. Okay, you have to search here. You can do that without this too. Wait. Okay, it's here now. Just select it. Now this is the main tag, okay? Closing tag and opening tag. What you have to give inside the href attribute, you have to give a part the destination of the file that you are using. As we have saved all the codes inside the same folder, so you don't have to give a long path. Just write the file name. Here I'm using the list file for the first link. I will give just list, the name, file name list.html. This is important, okay, because all the file are HTML file. So you have to give the extension with .html. Here write lists of, just write list, save it. The list is just a text, okay. Save it. Now come to browser and refresh it. You can see it's here now. Just click on it. Can you see? It's working. I just clicked on the name, the link, the list that we made in previous tutorial is here now. But did you notice one thing? As I click on the list, it's opening on the same page. It's a new tab is not opening. So if you want to open the information in a new tab that you can do in this links with the help of a new attribute. See, if a new tab is not opening, just write here another attribute, that is target. The target will have two values. Number one is parent, the other one is blank. The parent is the default value, that is to open the link on the same tab. So if you want to open the link on a different tab, a new tab, you can do that. Just give a value underscore blank. Okay, save it now and refresh it. Open it. Can you see a new tab opened? As I click on it, a new tab will open. It's not opening on the same tab. So this is how you can do this with the help of the target attribute. Now I will open some more pages and just give the BR. So it will start from a new line. A. What other files do we have here? We have table and index. I will open table2.html target blank table br tag. So for a new line, another anchor tag, index, another page, index.html. Okay, target blank. Index page, save it, come to the browser, just refresh it. Now we have three links. If I open the table will be open in a new tab because we gave the value to the target attribute as blank. If index page, this is the index page, just refresh it, open list. See, all the links are opening in a new tab. So what is the other value that we can give to the target? That is the default value, but you can give it parent, save it, refresh it. Okay, for the list link we give the value parent. Now if you're opening it, it will be open on the same tab, but this is the default value. I will change it to blank again, save it, refresh it. Now refresh it, list, it's opening on a new tab now. So it's always a good practice to give the value as blank, so your website will be open on the same tab, and new information will be open in a new tab. Okay, so this is always a good practice to give the value blank. So this is it for the first part. We did the linking to other pages on the same side. In the next upcoming part of the links, the upcoming tutorial, we will do linking to other websites. Before they subscribe our channel of One Robotic Team and press the bell icon so you won't miss any update. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. This is tutorial number 14 of our HTML5 course. In this tutorial, we will discuss part 2 of HTML links. In the previous tutorial, we discussed part 1 of HTML link, that was linking to other pages on the same site, and we did this code, and the result of this code was this one, in which we did the three links of the same page, in which you can move from one page to another page on the same site. In this tutorial, we will discuss the part 2 of HTML links, that is linking to other websites. We will start part 2 code here, but before that I will give one heading: linking to other websites. I will save it, browser, refresh it. This is part 2. Here we will use the anchor tag, that is the A tag that we used in the previous tutorial too. The A tag is called anchor tag. Here we have on attribute href, in which we have to give the destination of the file, or maybe the website URL. Okay. Here I will copy some URLs. The first one would be Facebook. So I will just copy it. Control plus C. I will paste the URL here. Here write a name, Facebook. Now BR tag, so it will start from a new line. Another, I will save it. Now come to the code, refresh it. You can see it, okay? Facebook will open here. See? With just one click, Facebook will open here. But by default, the Facebook will open on the same tab, and if you want it to open on a new tab, you can change that with the new attribute. This is the target that we used in the previous tutorial too, and we'll give the value blank. Save it. Now refresh the code, click on the Facebook. See, a new tab is opening now. It will open on a new tab every time you click on Facebook. So we can change that with the help of the target attribute. I will give one more link. Here I will copy the URL of Google. Here I will give a name, Google. Save it. Refresh the code. Now Google, okay? But by default, we didn't change the target value. By default, it will open in the same tab. But as I told you, it is always a good practice to use the target attribute and change the value to blank, so a new tab will open. So the user will not go out from your website. Save it. Now refresh it. See, a new tab opened. We have two values for the target attribute. One is default, that is the parent value, the parent name. But this is the default value. Okay, if I save it, it will open. Just a minute. Come to the browser, refresh it. I change the value to the parent, so it will open on the same tab because it is the default value. See, this is how it's working. But you should change it to blank because it is good practice. Go back, refresh it. Google, now it will open on a new tab. So this is it for the part 2 of HTML links. In the upcoming tutorial, we will do part 3 and part 4 of HTML links. Subscribe our channel, Afghan Robotic Team, and press the bell icon so you will not miss any update. Thank you. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. This is tutorial number 15 of our HTML course. In this tutorial, we will discuss part 3 and 4 of HTML links. In previous tutorials, we discussed part 1 and 2 of HTML links, that is linking to other pages on the same site, linking to other websites, and we did this code in those tutorials, and the result of this code was here. And in this tutorial, we will discuss the part 3 and 4 of HTML links, that is email link and opening image as a link. So we'll start part 3 here. Just give a heading. Email link. Here we have to use the anchor tag, that is the A tag, and inside the href attribute we will give the email that you will be using as a link. Okay, but first you have to write mail to. This is compulsory. Okay, then put a colon. Now write the email. Okay, example @gmail.com. Okay, now here give a name, our support team email address. Okay, save it. Come to the browser, refresh it. See, you can click when you click on it, the this will open. Okay, it will open the email from your computer, so you can send a simple email with a click. This is useful for your team, for your website. When you use an email, your support team email, maybe on email for complaint. So this is useful for that. Okay, so you should learn it and practice it. Now we will do part 4 of HTML links. That is, we'll put a horizontal line here first. We'll start a new tag. Now we'll do the part 4, that is opening image as a link. Okay, comment here. HTML links part 4. Here the spelling is not correct. I will fix this too. Save it. Okay. Now give a heading first. Opening image as a link. Save it. Come to the browser. Refresh it. See, it's working. Okay. So now I have saved all the codes inside a folder codes on desktop, and inside that folder I have put the images folder in which I have the image that I will be using here. Okay. This is the image with the name HTML. Okay, the format file is important. The format of the file in which the image is. Here the item type, you can see it, the JPEG file. It is a JPEG file. Okay, so now I will write the anchor tag again. Here give the destination, the path of the image that you're using. I have it inside the images folder. The code is uh, inside the same folder, uh, so you don't have to write a long path. Okay, just write the folder name in with the images. The folder name is images. Now backslash, here write the file name html dot, the format name jpeg. Okay, here give a link html image, just give any text. Okay, save it. Come to the browser and refresh it. When you click on it, it will open. Okay, see, it's working. Okay, with just a simple click on a link, you can open any image from your website, but by default the value is parent and it will open on the same tab. So I will change it to blank, that we can do with the target attribute blank. Save it. Now refresh it, so the image will open in a new tab. See, it's working. So this is it for HTML links. In upcoming tutorials, we will discuss other topics of HTML5. Thank you so much. Subscribe our channel of One Robotic Team and press the bell icon so you will not miss any update. Thank you. Hello and welcome to HTML5 course. This is tutorial number 16. In this tutorial, we will discuss text formatting tags in HTML5, in which we will discuss bold text, italic or emphasized text, underlined text, highlighted or marked text, deleted text, subscript text. For example, when you write the formula of H2O, the 2 is smaller than H and O, how we can do that in HTML5. Superscript text, for example, when you write 10 power 2, when you want the 2 on the upper side to the power of 10th, how we can do that in HTML5. I will show you in this tutorial. This tutorial is important. These are some small and important tags in HTML5. I have made this file and I ran it in the browser. The result of this file is here. There's nothing, all the text are same, no emphasized, bold or anything. Now we will change this. So the first one that we will do is the bold text. Okay, for bold we have the HTML5 tag strong. Just enclose the text you want to be bold and the strong tag. I will save it. Hypertext markup language will be bold now. Okay, just refresh it. Can you see it? This is bold now. Okay, but before it was not bold. So this is how you can make text bold. And the next one would be italic or emphasized text. Uh, I will do something here. Markup standard markup link for creating web pages. Okay, for emphasized or italic text, we have the HTML5 tag em. Okay, it stands for emphasized. Okay, I will make this tag uh, the closing in enclose the text you want, and a closing and opening tag, emphasize tag. Okay, em tag. So these text will be emphasized italic. Okay, save it, refresh the browser. Okay, now can you see it? Standard markup language for creating web pages. Okay, it's in italic now, italic text. Okay, now the next one is underlined text. How you can make text underlined. For this we have ines inserted tag, that stands for inserted ines tag. Okay, just save it. This will be underlined. Okay, refresh it. Now can you see the 1991 is underlined now? Okay, now the next one is highlighted or marked text. How you can make text highlighted and or marked. Okay, design the structure of a website. Create and design the structure of a website. Okay, I'll make this highlighted. For this we have HTML5 tag, that is mark tag. This is important, just remember these tags. Okay, I will close it here, save it. Now refresh it. Can you see? This is highlighted now. Okay, you can do this with the CSS too, but this is how you can do this with HTML5. The next one is deleted text. How you can delete a text. Delete is like the HTML5 will draw a line on the text that you want to delete. Okay, here I will delete this one. HTML is not a programming language. For this we have del tag. Save it. Now this would be deleted. Can you see? Here it's deleted now. You can see it, the line is here on the text that we deleted. Okay, the next one is subscribe and superscript. Okay, for this I will write something here. Okay, I will write h. How we can make the formula h2o and HTML5. See, but before this it is just same. Okay, all the h2o are same and the same size. Okay, so when you want to look at more familiar to the original formula, you can do that. Here you have to write sub tag. Okay, the sub tag is for subscript. Save it. Now see the result. I will refresh it. Now can you see it? H2O, the 2 is smaller now. Okay, 2 is smaller. Now how you can write 10 power 2, 10 2. When I save it, it's same, just 102. How you can make the 2 to the power of 10? We can do that with subs superscript tag. Okay, sub sub. Save it. Now just refresh it. Can you see? 10 to the power 2. Okay, now this is how you can format text in HTML5 with the help of these tags, small tags but important ones. So this is it for tutorial number 16. Subscribe our channel of One Robotic Team and press the bell icon so you will not miss any update. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to HTML5 complete course. This is tutorial number 17. In this tutorial, we will discuss HTML forms, which are very important, and this is going to be the first part of HTML forms. Now, what are forms and why do we use them? Have you ever seen a website, a social media, Gmail, Facebook, or any other website in which you have to create account and then log into your account? You have forms like name, full name, email, password, sign up, sign in button, etc. Those are forms. Now, why do we use forms? We use forms to take information from the user and send it to the server and databases. Now, what type of forms do we have? Login forms, sign up forms, buttons, taking complaints from a user, etc. What tags and attributes that we will use for forms in HTML5 are below. The first one would be the form, the main tag, everything would be enclosed inside the form tag, okay? The next one is label, then input, button, text area, field set, legend, etc. For the input attributes, we have values, attributes, type, name, values, etc. For the values attributes, we have uh, other values. Those are text, username, submit, email, password, radio button, checkboxes. You will not understand this now. I will discuss everything in details in this tutorial, so you would be able to do it by your own after these tutorials, inshallah. Now we will start with forms. The first tag, okay. This is the main tag. Everything would be enclosed inside this tag. Now the next tag would be label. In the label tag, you don't have to write anything complicated. It would be just a simple text. Okay, I will give email. Okay, now I will give the next one would be input. This is important. Okay, and the type you have to give the correct type. Here we are using email, so just write email. Here name could be anything. Email address. Now BOT for the new line, just save it. I will run this code, forms.html, the browser. You can see it, okay? You can see it, the form has created for email. Okay, and we'll create another form, another input label first. This time it would be for password. Now another input for the password. Here we have to give the type for password, okay? For password, the type would be password. For email, it was email, okay? Now it could be anything, pass code. Name could be anything. Biotech for new line, save it. Now refresh it, okay? In the email, when you write anything, you can see it, okay? You can see it, okay? But in the password, when you write anything, the browser will display them as bullet points. This is why the type is important, okay? So you have to give the correct type. Now, what else do we have for the form? We have a button here, and I will tell you how we can create a button in HTML5. We can do that with two methods. The first one is input. Just give the name here, submit button. Anything, it could be anything, the name, okay? Just refresh it. Submit. See, you can see it when you're clicking on it. You can see here everything is changes, okay? Just refresh it. I will refresh it. Now, when you click on it, it's refreshing. It means the data is sending. Now, what is the other method that we can use? I will use the bio tag. That is the button tag itself. You can use the button tag too, okay? Here I will go login, okay? Save it. Now refresh it, okay? Okay. See? This is why the type is important, okay? When in the inside email form, when you write anything else without the @ in the proper email format, it will not be submitted because we gave the type as email, so the browser will identify the sample that you're giving. So here you have to write the correct format, okay? gmail.com. Now, when you're clicking, it's working, okay? Example, when you log in, it's working, okay? You can create buttons with both methods, but for the submit, the input method is good. For other methods, you can do it with the button, okay? So this is it for the part one of forms. In the upcoming tutorials, we will discuss more of forms, more parts. So subscribe our channel, One Robotic Team, and press the bell icon so you will not miss any update. Thank you. Hello and welcome to HTML5 complete course. This is tutorial number 18. In the previous tutorial, we started HTML forms and we did the first part. And in this section tutorial, we will continue with it. And this is going to be the part 2 of HTML forms, in which we will discuss radio buttons and checkboxes in HTML5. I will show you what are radio buttons and checkboxes and how we can create them in HTML5. And in the previous tutorial number 17, we did this code, and the result of this code was here. We created a simple form with a button. Now we'll create a radio button, then we'll create checkboxes, okay? First I will give a heading, we'll give a name, select a gender, select your gender, okay? Here give input. Now in the type, as I told you in the previous video, you have to give the correct type so the browser will identify it properly, okay? Here I give the type radio, okay? Name would be gender, then I will give label, here male. I will give the BR tag for the new line, just refresh it, come to the browser, refresh it, you can see it, okay? Here the ready button has been created, you can see it now. Now I will create more buttons, two more, input radio. This is important, okay? You have to give the type radio or else it will not work. Label, female, BR tag for the new line, input radio, gender, label, other. So this is it. Just save it. Now refresh it, okay? You can see it now. Three radio buttons have been created, okay? You can see it now. Why do we need radio buttons? Because when you select a gender, it could only be one. So with the radio buttons, you can have only one option selected, okay? When you click on the other one, the previous one would be cancelled. Now, this is how we can create HTML5 radio buttons. Now I will show you how we can create checkboxes and why do we use them, okay? Be a tag. Now give a comment here. Checkboxes. I will give one comment here too for the radio buttons. Okay. So it looks beautiful now. We'll create radio button checkboxes now. Sorry. Give a heading. Your hobby. Now input. Here you have to give the type as checkbox. Okay, this is important. You should be able to give the proper type. Name would be, we'll give hobby. Here label, I'll give football, save it. Come to the browser, refresh it, see a checkbox has been created. We need some more, so I will just copy these. Control plus C. Wait, I'll put a beer tag first. Now I will copy. Control plus C. 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we will change the labels. Cricket, volleyball. You can have as many as checkboxes as you want. Reading, save it. Now refresh. See, now you can see it, okay? You can select as many options you want. You can select more than 2, 3, 4, all the options. So this is why both are important. With the radio buttons, you can have only one option selected. For example, with gender, you need the radio button because gender could only be one. But with hobbies, you can have many options. I can play cricket, football, volleyball, all three, or maybe I can do readings and cricket. So I need two options here. I will select two options. If I want another one, I can select another one too. But with the radio buttons, you cannot do that. Okay, you can select only one. So if you select male, then you cannot select female because gender can only be one. So this is why both are important. I will just do one more thing. I'll just copy it because the button should be at the end. We didn't change that. Now refresh it. Now I just copied it. I didn't cut it. So I will cut it, save it. Now you can see it. It looks beautiful, okay? If we put one more beer tag, it will look even more beautiful. Save it. And it's not working. So this is all for the part 2 of HTML forms, in which we discuss radio buttons and checkboxes. In the upcoming video, we'll discuss more of HTML forms. Before that, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so you will not miss any updates. Thank you. Hello and welcome to HTML5 complete course. This is tutorial number 19th. In previous tutorials number 17 and 18, we started HTML forms and we did the first part and second part, and we will continue with that. And this is going to be the part 3 of HTML forms, in which we will discuss placeholders and required attributes. Now, why do we need placeholders and required attributes? I will show you that, but I will show you first the previous code that we did. And previous tutorials we did this code. Here we did these codes, okay? Now the result of this code was here. You can see it. We did this in 17th and 18th tutorial. If you have missed it, please watch this before this video. Now I will give one heading here. Okay, I'm writing inside the comment. I will give one heading here. HTML forms. Okay, I'll refresh it. No, it's good now. Okay, now why do we need placeholders and the required attributes? I will show you here. If I give any name, I will select cricket, football. If I press submit button, it's submit is working. But email is compulsory, password is compulsory. These forms should be filled. So it's not working. We're not getting any notification. So how we can do that? So if I don't fill the email form, I should get a notification that we should fill it. So this is why we need the required attribute. Okay, I will write here inside the input tag. You have to write it inside the input tag. Okay, just write required. Nothing else, just required. Okay, wait. Just write required. Okay, save it. with the email, uh, we wrote this required attribute. Okay, now I will write the name, password, mail, volleyball, submit. See, please fill out this field. So we have to fill this field. See, when you press submit button, you have to fill this field because we did the required. So I will write for all passcode. Okay, save it. Now when you press it, refresh it. First refresh it. When you press it, so the first one should be this. For example, name, cost. If I refresh it, see, now we're getting to the email. Example, email. Now if I press it, we have to fill the password too. Okay, so this is why the required attribute is important. You have to use it on your forms. Okay, now why do we need placeholders? Uh, when you when you see some forms and other websites, you might have seen here a small text here before writing anything. A small text here for you uh, to give information. This is why we need the placeholder attribute. I will write the placeholder here. It's just an attribute inside the input tag. Okay, please enter your full name. So okay, save it. When you refresh it, you can see it now. It's too big. I will can enter your full name. It was too big. Enter full name. Now refresh it. Now can you see it? Enter full name. Here the text is here. It's not text. It's not there. It's just a symbol. Okay. So I can change it. So it's here. Okay. It's just for the example. Now placeholder for email. I will write example. This is for the user to show them what format of email you should use. Gmail.com. Save it. When I refresh it, here we can see that. Okay. Now I can write anything. See, but this is here. For the password too, I will write enter your password. Okay. Now just refresh it. Now we have placeholders and we did the required attribute. That is, you have to fill the file, you will get this notification. So in this tutorial, we learn how we can have placeholders and HTML forms in the required attributes. In the upcoming videos, we will continue with forms. We will learn more about forms. We will do a sample project too in forms. So before this, subscribe our channel, One Robotic Team, and press the bell icon, and don't miss any updates. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome to HTML5 complete course. This is tutorial number 20 of our HTML5 course. In the previous tutorials, we started HTML forms and we did 3 parts in those tutorials, and this is going to be the 4th part in which we'll discuss drop-down menus, how we can create drop-down menus in HTML5. In the previous tutorials, we did this code. You can see this code, and the result of this code was here. We did this placeholders, required attribute, ready button, etc., submit button, and checkboxes. In this tutorial, we will discuss drop down menus. I will start here. First, I will give a comment here. Drop down menu. Okay. First, I will give label just for the name. I will give select edge group. Okay. Here for drop down menu, we have the tag that is called select. Inside select, we will have options. the option tag. In the option tag, just write the name uh, 0 to 10, and then give another option 20, 10, 11, 10 to 20. It will be 10 to 20. Save it, come to the browser, and now refresh it. You can see it, okay, here. You can see it, the two options are here, but we need more options. So I will give more options 20, 30. I will give one more option 30 to 40. You can give as many options you want. I will give 5 options 40 to 50. Another option 50 to 60. And the last option, that is 60 plus. Okay, now save it, come to the browser, refresh it. Okay, here you can see it. I am getting all the options. uh, if you select one, you can select any options, age group, here. Okay, this is how you can create drop down menus and HTML forms in HTML5, which are important too for your websites. So this is how you can do it. Please practice all these codes. If you have missed the previous 3 tutorials of forms, watch those tutorials first, so you will be able to do all this. In upcoming videos, we will discuss more about forms, and we will do one short project and HTML forms. Before this, subscribe our channel of One Robotic Team, and please press the bell icon so you will not miss any update. Thank you so much.
Hello and welcome to HTML5 complete course. This is tutorial number 21. In previous tutorials we started HTML5 forms and we did 4 parts of HTML forms in which we discussed drop down menu, red buttons, forms, types, everything. And then this is going to be the part 5 of HTML forms in which we will study field set and the legend tags. I will show you what these tags do and what are the importance of these tags. Before that, I will show you what we did in previous 4 parts. We did this code, you can see it here, and the result of this code is here. You can see the result of that code of HTML forms in which we did radio buttons, checkboxes, drop down menus, placeholders, required attributes, everything we covered in 4 parts. In this tutorial we will discuss the legend and the field set attribute. Now what are the field set and the legend attributes? Here we don't have any borders, any container for the form. If you want a border, a container for the form, we can do that in HTML5 forms with the help of the field set attribute. Just write the field set, enclose everything inside the field set attribute. Okay, I will cut it here and I will paste it here after the form. Save it. Now refresh it. You don't see any border here. Okay, now can you see all the forms elements are inside a container now, a beautiful container with beautiful borders. Okay, now what are the legend, the usages of the legend attribute? Okay, the legend tag help us to have a main heading for the form elements. Before that we had the heading with the heading h attribute here, but you can have a main heading for all the form elements with the help of the legend tag. Now how we can do that? Where do we need to place it? You have to place it after the field set attribute. Just write here legend. Okay, give a name here, simple text. Okay, create an account, save it. Now come here and refresh it. Can you see it now? Here the main heading, the legend heading. Okay, this is why the name is legend. This is the main heading. Okay, the main heading is here inside the border of the field set. Now this is all for the part 5. For other tutorials, subscribe our channel Avant Robotic Team and press the bell icon so you will not miss any updates. Thank you so much.